I have no material. I have I have nothing to talk about today. I don't know where this is gonna go. What are some of your guys' favorite foods? I'd have to say one of my favorite foods is blue cheese. I'll put blue cheese on anything. I used to like blue cheese a lot more than I do now, and this all started right after I came on my own stomach. One time, I was, you know, jerking the ween, yoinking the sploink, as they say, and it was all over my tummy, and it's just right here. You guys know it gets right there. I got an innie belly button right there, so I stuck my little index finger right in the belly button, and I looked at it for a second. I said, "Wow, so many living creatures in this little, you know." And then I did this. I just had to know. And you know what it tasted like? It tasted a whole hell of a lot like blue cheese. And now I think if I eat blue cheese, I'm going to turn out sucking cock at a truck stop. And that's not what you guys want for me, and I know that. I know you guys want better for me. You guys want the best for me, and I understand that. Um,
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
I don't think so, darling.
you sense it too, right? You can feel it. The other forces at work here, aside from all the figureheads made to entertain your grandma on the 6 p.m. news, so she can turn on her TV and easily say, "Oh, what a lovely fella," or "What a nasty young man that is." You can feel that there's something deeper here, right? That those are just actors. There's deeper forces at work, at play, and I know you can sense it. I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. Dark forces with evil intentions and ambitions and inspirations that go against ours. Ladies and gentlemen, they banned porn in my state for anyone under 18. Can you believe that? They're making themselves known, ladies and gentlemen. They're here. They're not afraid to come out of the dark anymore. You see it every day. As if porn is such a bad thing for a young man to watch. When I was 12 years old, I used to get on my iPod Touch and I would look up strippers. I'd look up stripper videos and I'd watch a bitch dance on a pole and I'd beat my little 12-year-old penis to it. Okay? And then one day, I went a little too deep into the recommended from there. I went a little too deep and I saw some white bitch getting fucked in a van. And I said, oh no. And I turned out just fine, if you can't tell. I was interested in this. I don't watch a lot of porn, so I didn't know this happened. I fucking went to Pornhub the other day just to see no, I was watching porn. I was jerking off. Okay, okay. Sorry. I found this out on my own. Okay, you do have to put in your ID. I didn't bother. I don't fucking care. Okay? But I did think for a second. Is Xvideos banned? No, it's not. You can just go to Xvideos and watch porn. If you're 13 years old and Pornhub wants an ID from you, just go to Xvideos. Actually, I mean, don't. I don't think you should be watching porn if you're that young. I don't think you should be watching porn at all. I think it's really bad for you. But, yeah, good job, Representative fucking whatever your name is of Georgia. Good job on that bill, banning one porn site. Wow. It kind of reminds me of like when there's a really bad terrorist attack and we only go after the biggest guy and think that will end all terrorism. You want to get porn off of the screens of young children, then you make it pay-per-view. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I know you watch a lot of porn and you don't want to pay for it. Shut the fuck up, you addict. Stop watching that shit. Stop. What? You can't even get your dick hard for a real woman. You get your dick hard for a woman made out of ones and zeros. You understand that? When there's a real naked woman in front of you made out of flesh and tits and ass, you can't get your dick up. God made tits and ass. Really? You can't get your dick up, but you can get your dick up for a woman made out of ones and zeros who has a cock for some reason. That's what you can get your dick hard for. Yeah, make that shit pay-per-view. Okay? For so many reasons. So many reasons. Porn companies, if you're watching this right now, I don't know why you're watching this, but listen, you'd probably make more money because, yeah, people will pay for that shit. I pay for these all the fucking time because I'm helplessly addicted to them. These Zins. People will still pay for porn. Some people will. But the people who are higher performing in society, provide more to society, have willpower, right? The higher first-class citizens, right? They will say, I'm not going to pay for that. I'm just going to beat my dick to my imagination. As you should. I'm going to beat my dick to my Pulp Fiction poster there of Uma Thurman, right? That's how it used to be. You used to beat your dick to the picture of Uma Thurman. So yeah, you make that shit pay-per-view. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here. I'm a little riled up tonight. I think the forces are getting to me. I got the spirit in me. You make porn pay-per-view. Children cannot access that shit anymore. You make that shit pay-per-view, they gotta use their parents' credit card now. They ain't gonna do that shit. They might have their own credit card at like 17, maybe. I really hope not, though. You're gonna fuck yourself with credit. And porn websites make more money, which I would rather they didn't, but you know, you gotta give them something. I guarantee you that porn websites would make more money if every video was pay-per-view, or even if it was a subscription service. It's very surprising that porn is free. It's actually extremely surprising. Like, barely any ads on that shit. You get a weed ad here and there. You get a weed ad, or like, this 69-year-old woman wants to fuck you in your little ass in the town next door. You get one of those ads, and it's usually skippable. That's crazy that porn is that free. Guys, porn companies, you can make more money. Make that shit pay-per-view, keep people off of it, and also make money from the losers of society. And it separates us, right? It separates us. We got the people who are productive in society who say, yeah, I'm not paying for fucking porn, to the people who do pay for porn. These people are first-class citizens. They're very productive. They can get a lot of stuff done further along the human race, even. These people are, you know, you put them in outside the cities, about an hour outside of the cities, right? You put those people out there, and it'd be exactly like everything is set up right now, right? Have you guys seen this fucking poster? You guys seen this shit? Revenge of the Jedi. You can't hear my voice, can you? Revenge of the Jedi. That's the original of Return of the Jedi before George Lucas changed the name. This is the poster that they had made. Obviously, Jedi don't take revenge, so it's uncharacteristic to call it Revenge of the Jedi. Another thing to note here, I don't know if you can see this, Luke has a red lightsaber. Darth Vader has a blue lightsaber. Ain't that something? Anyway, the prequels. Dude, prequel hate, I mean, this is kind of cliche to say now. Prequel hate was some bullshit. Prequel hate was a bunch of retarded millennials that don't understand, that can't grasp a complex plot. That's what that is. They're very complex. The original three, the original trilogy is so like, it's I love it, obviously. I fucking love the original three. But they're fun. They're kid. They're fun. You know, shoot bad guys. Pew, 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 pew. Right? They're fun. There's no politics needed here. Okay. As a guy who makes things, you want to constantly make something different. Right? You want to constantly make different shit. New shit. George Lucas was fucking 20 years older. He had a lot more different thoughts. He wanted to make something different so they contrast. The prequel trilogy is very complex, not kiddish at all, political even, right? It's a political drama romance. That's what the prequels are, and I fucking love it. These millennials went into the theater and they were just like, what's a senator? What's a senator? Why is the senator the bad guy now? How does a senator become a bad guy? What's a executive order? What's emergency powers? What's a constitution? What's a trade federation? What's a confederacy? You know what I mean? I think the prequels are amazing for that reason. They didn't hold back. You guys ever seen The Big Short? Great fucking movie. Insanely good fucking movie. One of my favorite directors, Adam McRae. But fucking something. He made Vice as well about Dick Cheney. One of my favorite movies ever made. Anyway, The Big Short, you have to understand finance to watch that movie. And you don't have to understand it, but like you will, if you don't understand financial terms or like terms from the stock market, then you're just not gonna like understand a single fucking thing that's happening in that movie. That's cool to me. That's cool that they don't hold back. They don't retard proof it. They still even do scenes in it where it's like, this is Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining this thing. But even when she explains it, it's still kind of complex. You know, they don't retard proof it. When you start retard proofing it, it waters everything down. It just waters it down to where it's like, doesn't feel real anymore. It doesn't feel like you're actually watching people in an investment bank. Fucking, wait, you're doing what? You're doing what? You're giving mortgages to who? Black people? Why would you give mortgages to black people? Black people don't pay their mortgages. The economy's gonna collapse. No, it's not. Black people totally pay their mortgages. The economy collapsed. Anyway, if the prequels were retard-proofed, they would have been so shitty. It would have been so hard to tell that amazing story. One of the best stories ever written. You couldn't do it. I don't think you could. I don't think it'd be that good of a story if it was watered down and not complex, right? Certain things don't need to be complex in art at all. Certain things need to be very simple. The prequels to Star Wars needed to be very complex because it's a very complex story. It's got a lot of things. Every time you watch all those movies, you find a new thing like, oh, Palpatine did that because then he'd get Anakin to... Oh, that's what makes those movies amazing. Did you guys ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise he could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. Creating an extremely fascinating character that's only talked about for 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and never shown. Right? That's incredible. And you want to say these movies are shit. He became so powerful. The only thing he feared was losing his power. You guys want to sit here and complain about Star Wars. You want to sit here and complain about the Disney shit and their, putting out whatever. Listen, if you guys want to sit here and complain about it, oh, I can't believe the Ahsoka show was so shitty. Oh my god, what's that new one that no one gives a shit about? The Acolyte. Oh my god, The Acolyte was so shitty. And then you watch the next one that comes out. Dude, they don't give a fuck if you like it or not. They know you're gonna watch this shit. You know how you make them stop making shit or just stop overall? Stop watching it. Stop fucking watching it. Delete Disney Plus. How about that? Buy the Star Wars movies on DVD. It's pretty cool to have them. The Mandalorian was pretty good. The first 2 seasons were pretty good. Third season was kind of shit. But then Book of Boba Fett was so shitty. Let's see if the Obi-Wan Kenobi series is good. It's not. It's not until the last 10 minutes. It's not good. Because that's how they make these fucking shows. They know, we can drag this shit out. For so many episodes, and then finally Obi-Wan and Darth Vader will have a fight. And it'll be emotional. And then people will remember it as being a good show. Because of the last scene, and that's all they remember. Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. I don't remember a single fucking thing from that show, except for that scene. Except for Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. Fuck! How does South Park have... They're almost on their 27th season. It's about to come out. Why is it still good? They've been going for almost 30 years, dude, and they never peaked. They never had a valley. They never fell off. They've just been stagnant, flatline, and that's incredible. They've just been amazing for 30 years. That doesn't happen. They're making what they like. They love making that show. Almost like that's what makes great art. Almost like that's what makes really great creations, is when you love making that creation. Do you think Ron Bernstein at Disney, I don't know if that's a real person or not, I'm just saying Jewish names because, Ron Bernstein from Disney, do you think he gives a shit about the Old Republic era of Star Wars? No, when they finally make an Old Republic show, it's going to be dog shit because he doesn't give a fuck about that. He's going to make sure it's lore accurate to a degree, and that'll be that. And then he's just going to throw some shit together. Oh, make them fucking fight with lightsabers. Put a new color of lightsaber in there and make it interesting. That'll get people to watch it when they see that in the YouTube shorts. Right? Matt Stone and Trey Parker love making South Park. That's why they've been able to keep it good for 30 years. They love making it. Where does music go from here? From where music is at right now? What happens next? Because I'm concerned. You guys know me. You know I love every form of art. It's kind of my thing, and it's really fucked me financially, but it is kind of my thing. I love comedy, film, paintings, illustration, design, and music. Music's my first language, though, so it's kind of got it's kind of my favorite child. The other ones I like learning how to do, maybe trying to get good at them, but like music is my first language, and I don't know. It's such a boomer take, but like it is dead. It kind of is. When was the last time a good fucking song came out? I'm trying not to make all these boomer takes, but let's be real here. It used to be that like even with the pop music, there was some good stuff here and there. Kind of like movies. Like every year, 3 good mainstream films came out or so. You didn't have to just watch indie films and this bullshit in order to get your fix. I haven't heard anything good in so long, and it might be my preference. It might be because I'm not listening enough or something. It feels like there's not even music being put out. It feels like no one's listening to music anymore. It feels like out of all these art forms, these entertainment forms that I just mentioned, music is at the bottom for most normal people who are not musicians or not like, gothy social outcast in society or in high school more so. For normal people, I feel like no one's really listening to music anymore. They're watching shorts. They're watching YouTube. They're watching Netflix. They're watching Kill Tony. From what I can tell, that's just what's going on. I don't know any of my normie friends who are like freaking out over the new Bitch McDonald's song. The new Bitch McDonald's song. I don't know anyone doing that anymore. That used to be the thing, even with the very normal people. There was still the Bitch McDonald's song. Did you hear that new Bitch McDonald's song? Did you hear that new Drake song? Did you hear that new Sabrina Carpenter song? Did you hear that new? I remember a time when we would turn on X Games. We'd turn on X Games and watch Travis Pastrana do backflips, listening to Korn, listening to Mudvayne. Right? That was the entertainment. Watching a dude do backflips, watching Nitro Circus, listening to Mudvayne. I feel like no one's doing that anymore. People are watching Joe Rogan, which is fine. I watch Rogan sometimes. If there's someone I like on Rogan, I'll listen to the podcast. I drive a lot, and I to be honest with you, I don't fucking listen to music that much. But here's the thing. I've been playing music for almost 20 years. I started playing music when I was 5 or 6. You think a gynecologist wants to go home and fuck his wife? No. He's been smelling stank cooch all day. All fucking day. Do I examine the pussy? Or do I fuck the pussy? And that's what I'm saying right there. That's a real statement. Listen to me. Do I examine the pussy or do I fuck the pussy? Problem is, I turn on a song and I start examining it, autistically, just like, I wonder what made them think to do that. I like that part. I wonder how they got that guitar to sound so big. I can't enjoy it. I can't just sit there. I'd start dissecting it like a gynecologist after a hard day's work trying to fuck his wife. Right? Babe, your clitoris isn't inflamed as it should be. I should probably take a look at that. You know? That's what I do with music. I don't know how we got on that, but it's one of two things here. It could be that the music's not good enough, which is very probable. The music's just that dog shit that people don't really give a shit anymore to listen to it, you know? Or it could be that my generation to the slightly younger, the teenagers right now, they could be a little bit retarded and not have the attention span to enjoy a form of entertainment that does not have visual stimulation, right? Which, possible. I'm kind of similar to that, to be honest with you. Every one of these underground genres, you can't grow them. You can't innovate and make new things with them. You barely can, because people will start getting mad. And that's never going to change. That never has changed, right? The underground stuff is even pretty shitty now. I'm not depressed, by the way. I'm not depressed. All right, I know this sounds like depression from my end, just a little bit, but it's not. You know the most offended I've ever made people on YouTube? In one video, I think it's the one where I was fucking with Instagram bans. I got us in. Watch this. Sorry if you're driving, but watch this. Like that. On the tongue. A lot of people got really mad at that. I don't know why, but a lot of people hated that. I've never gotten in trouble for anything I've said or done. That was like borderline, I said the N-word and my entire audience was black. You know what I mean? What's that about, guys? Let's calm down here, okay? I think you guys think it's dip or something. Okay, here's why. My hands are dirty a lot of the time. You can tell my fingernails are dirty a lot of the time. I work on cars. I'm working in the dirt. Shit like that. I don't want to grab one of these with my fucking hands. A lot of the time. My hands have fucking oil on them. You go in, you grab it with your tongue, it sticks to your tongue, and then you just shove it in your mouth. You shove it in your lip with your tongue. I don't see why this is so crazy. I never thought anything of it. That's just how I do it. I'm driving a lot of the time. I don't want to take both hands off the wheel to do that. You know what I mean? I might kill a small child. A small Guatemalan child. I live in a very Guatemalan area. Don't know if you guys knew that. A lot of Guatemalans. I'm the tallest guy around. I'm 5'6". I don't want to kill a Guatemalan child, so I get the Zen out with my tongue. Is that fucking weird? I'm waiting for these to give me a stroke. Because it might happen. I like how a lot of guys, like Tucker Carlson or whoever, are like all into Zen. And they love Zen and they say it's super healthy. Like, no, okay. Nicotine, it is a nootropic and it's good for your brain health. It does fucking work as far as creativity goes. Makes you work. It's a good work enhancer. It does raise your fucking blood pressure, though, to a massive amount. Right? If I was 50, 60 even, and I was doing Zen this much, I'd probably try to cut that shit. Right? I should probably try to cut that shit now, obviously. But it's so much nicotine, man. It's so much. It's nothing like it. Nothing near a cigarette. I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure. I've been told that it's nothing near a cigarette. I might be wrong. You can fact check me. Like a 6 milligrams in skyrockets your blood pressure, though. I know that's true. That's not good. It's not good if you got some cholesterol, if you got some tight veins already. You guys ever worry that you're going to get cancer or something like that? Some kind of disease? I feel like that's a very common worry bit of anxiety. I think I have worried about shit like that in the past, but I've always worried more about like a loved one getting cancer or some kind of disease. But I should probably worry about myself a little bit. Let's Yucca app this beer. I don't know if you guys know what the Yucca app is, but you scan your products and it'll tell you if it'll give you cancer or not. Coors Banquet. Yucca does not rate alcohol, but you know the result. Go fuck your mother. Go fuck your fucking mother. I'll fuck you with my father's cock, Yucca. Look at the little gay face they put on there. You see that shit? Why? Why can't you rank alcohol? I want to know what's in my alcohol. What's actually the chemical that's going to give me the cancer? What the fuck? I'm talking to the Yucca devs right now. Why? I'm gonna make my own fucking Yucca app. It's gonna rank all the naughty things. What am I, a fucking baby? Don't tell me what to fucking do. I'm gonna make a Yucca app. It's gonna rank fucking dildos. Will this dildo give your pussy cancer? Yes or no? Maybe. It might. I don't know, but the Yucca app wouldn't tell you, would it? I think that's one of my greatest fears is like other people, my loved ones, getting fucked up in some way. Like, I'd be a terrible dad, dude. I'd be a terrible dad. I get like OCD paranoia when like my girlfriend drives to my house or something. You know, I'm like, oh, she's gonna get hit head on by a drunk driver and die. I'm not even joking. That's how my brain works. It's shit like that. I think it's could be some form of OCD, something like that. I don't know where it stems from or anything of the sort, but that's always been a thing. Always been a thing for me. Same thing with like my guy friends. It's not just girlfriends. My guy friends, I get the same shit for. My family, I get the same shit for. Like, it's always been there, and I think I've gotten better about it. But like, it's worried me for the future of like, if say I do become a dad, I'm gonna have to work to not be some kind of like helicopter parent. I hope they have fully autonomous vehicles by then. Coors was started by a guy named Adolf Coors Company. What? That's fucking crazy. We're drinking Nazi beer. I don't know. I just have a lot of paranoia, man. I have a lot of paranoia about things. I'll just create ideas in my head. Dude, for me, dating a girl who was kind of a bum was rough. Not a bum. I don't want to say that. That's mean. But I'm saying like a girl who would hang out with her friends and like she'd take ecstasy. You know what that would do to me? I'm not trying to gain empathy here, but I'm saying that this caused a lot of problems. Say I was dating a girl and she's hanging out with her friends and she took ecstasy or something along those lines. Where does my head go? It goes to that shit's cut with fentanyl, you know? And I fucking freak out. This kind of paranoia has led to a lot of schisms in relationships for me. A lot of fights, a lot of stuff like that. Because I also suck at communicating my emotions, because I'm a guy. It's not a good excuse, I know. But I've gotten a lot better about it. But I instead of saying, that scares me, I would say, I don't even know. You ever had a girl tell you she's going to kill herself when you break up with her? I know you have. You have. It happens all the time. It's nothing to be taken lightly, guys. But, like, let me tell you, I've dated some really fucking cool girls. I've gotten extremely lucky. Pretty much none of my exes I would talk shit about. Like, they're, you know, I've gotten very lucky. I was the problem in most of my fucking past relationships. But, I have dated some girls who were like, you know, who could be manipulative if they wanted to be. I can be manipulative very easily. So I've told girls all the stuff that I'm telling you right now, and they will pull that shit out quick. This isn't every girl I've dated by any stretch. This is like one or two girls I've dated. They will pull that shit out quick. They will pull that I'm gonna myself shit out quick. Not even if you're not even breaking up with them, dude, because they know it affects you. So that's something I've dealt with. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but that's this is like therapy right now. What are we doing here? Let me tell you guys a pussy joke real fast. A pussy walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's talk about one more thing before I go to bed. I don't know what. Epstein. I'm just saying. With all my paranoia, if I fucked a kid, I'd want that shit secret too. What's the worst thing you've done, Kyle? What's the worst thing you've done, buddy? Would you want that shit out? Nah, you wouldn't. If everyone at your school was saying, Kyle, put that shit out, what's the worst thing you've done? Would you put that shit out? Nah. What would it take for you to put that shit out? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Does everyone know what I mean right now? I can't say it. I can't say it. I'll get arrested if I say what I'm thinking. I think, and I don't believe this should happen. I hope to God this kind of shit doesn't happen. If they don't get some shit out soon, shit's gonna get real fucking bad. Shit's gonna get really bad. People are really bored with their lives right now. You gotta take that into account. People are very bored with their lives. Jobs suck. Every job sucks. Life sucks, cock. No one can afford a house. Everyone's living with their fucking parents. Everyone under 30 is living with their fucking parents right now, right? Unless their parents kicked them out. They're all bored. They're all bored. And you know what they can do very easily? Buy a high-powered assault rifle. Not to shoot anyone. Not to shoot anyone, but it's a big threat. It's a big threat having some 300 blackout on you. You know what I mean? It's a big threat to be on Pennsylvania Avenue with a 300 blackout rifle. I'm not saying this should happen. I hope this doesn't happen. Please don't. This is not telling you to go do this. I'm just saying, where does this shit go if they don't get these goddamn files out? There's some psychos out there, dude. All it takes for them is to band together and be like, we'll put the fucking files out, pussy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be right here when this happens. I wasn't there on January 6th either, was I? You don't know, do you? I could have been. I could have been wearing a mask. Like Jim Carrey. I don't know if this is going to be the start of the Boogaloo or anything like that, but I think people get a little rowdy if this shit doesn't get out soon. I don't think anyone's going to die. But you got to understand, you pissed off the wrong people. You can piss off the left all day. All they're going to do is wave their little fucking signs. Mr. Krabs is unfair. Whatever they say in SpongeBob, that's what the left does if they get pissed off. But you pissed the young, like, middle America and right wing off, who are my age. That's not good. Those are the guys you don't really want to piss off too much. Takes a lot more for them to get rowdy. But if they get rowdy, it ain't pretty. I mean, I don't know. A lot of them are fucking dorks. A lot of right-wing like militia groups and movements, the leader is a pussy. Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys seen the leader of the Boogaloo Boys? He's a fucking dork. He's a baby-faced fucking pussy. They need some kind of alpha Chad running these groups to make them actually look cool. Because I look at the Boog Boys and I think, wow, I like Hawaiian shirts. Those Hawaiian shirts are cool. I also like assault rifles. Maybe I'd like to join the Boog Boys someday. But then I see their leader, and I'm like, that guy is not leading me into fucking battle. I'm going to put a picture of him right here. You guys seen this guy? I don't know if he's their leader. I just saw him at some rally on a video on MSNBC. It could have been propaganda. Who knows? But he's a dork. And the thing is, a lot of these like right-wing movements, militias, they're no better. I mean, look at fucking Charlie Kirk. He's not leading a militia or anything like that, but he is a goddamn dork. Charlie Kirk's not leading me into any kind of battle either. You know? He's not a man. He's not a leader. He's not someone I trust with my life. Someone I trust to be first in, first or last out, right? Right wing. I mean, every one of these groups, you need some kind of alpha. I hate to say alpha, but like you need a Chad leading your groups. You really do. Or you need like I'm going to be gender neutral here. There's a lot of very strong, powerful women out there, right? Strong, powerful. Not this girl boss bullshit that's fake. I'm talking about really strong, fierce, bitch women, right? They could lead your groups too. Sarah Palin with her stinky pussy. She's going to lead the Boog Boys into D.C. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think with these fucking stupid Epstein files, everyone just forgets about it. Just like it always happens. And I'm sure they're betting on that at the Capitol right now. I'm sure they're betting on everyone just kind of forgetting about this. I mean, it's already died down. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It's already died down. I hope it wouldn't. I wanted to see some shit get out about this or something. But guess what? You guys get distracted. You guys get distracted by some fucking stupid CEO cheating on his wife at a hockey game or whatever kind of game it was, right? Or you're going to get girl problems out of nowhere. You're going to get girl problems. Your girlfriend's going to break up with you. You're going to totally forget about the Epstein thing. That's happening all over the country right now. As this video started for you, 3 guys watching this got a breakup text. Don't get distracted. That's how we save this country. If you want to have a meaningful life, you can't get distracted by shit. There's too many goddamn distractions, okay? If your girlfriend just broke up with you, I'm sorry, I know it sucks, buddy. It sucks so fucking hard, especially if you're young. It sucks, okay? And I know there's a lot of other things going on at the same time that this is happening. Life sucks, but you can't get distracted. Take a week. Please, take a week. Take 2 weeks if you have to. Take 2 weeks off, mope, do your thing, learn to accept that these things happened. Get back at it. My battery pack and my camera died, but what I was saying is I have a very young audience, mostly like my age and younger. This country is about to be handed to you guys, and you have to eliminate these distractions, from the small stuff like YouTube, this shit that you're watching right now, to bigger things. Like, you have to eliminate those distractions, you have to tune out the noise, and you have to make the world better. You can't make the world better if you're distracted by all this shit. You'll just be a loser. You'll have a meaningless life, you know? And you don't want that. It's not about money. It's not about starting an e-commerce business and making a shitload of money from it or whatever. It's about changing things for the better. No matter what side you're on, we all want good for this country. What is the biggest problem you see with this country right now? Change it. Go figure out how to change it, or at least set something in motion that will change it. I know you feel powerless, you feel weak, but if you tune out all these distractions, you will figure it out. I know I'm not doing much here. I'm sitting here doing this, okay, in front of a fucking Sopranos picture, right? My shit's falling off the wall here. I didn't even know that was happening. Anyway, Peace out, guys.